of ruffians picking pockets?
My Aunt Betty got me a summer internship.
Oh. Get that for me. This could be fun.
Ugly Betty, tomorrow at 9 on 4, and an hour later on Channel 4+1.
2 weeks ago, I met sisters Emma and Charlotte Cole. They use over 70 products a day in their beauty regimes alone and spend nearly £1,000 a month in the pursuit of the body beautiful. Do you ever consider what's in this?
Not in the lip glosses, no.
Well, we should look at what's in the products we use. Emma's favourite lip gloss lists 28 man-made chemicals, and that's only the beginning. How many man-made chemicals do you come into contact with? I bet you've no idea, and neither have the girls. They're in for a shock. This is Emma and Charlotte's chemical diet. Between them, they use over 40 products in their morning beauty regimes alone. Most of the ingredients are man-made. Charlotte, you use 2 tubes of toothpaste a month. That's 24 tubes in a year. And Emma, you don't just clean your teeth with toothpaste, you eat it as well. Well, that means that in a week, you will eat an entire tube of toothpaste. It won't come as any surprise that most toothpaste I found in the shops contains fluoride. Of course, it does prevent decay. But what did surprise me is that only 1 tube contains enough to kill a child. No wonder it's so important to follow the advice on the label. There's another 26 man-made chemicals in Emma's Vaseline Aloe Vera deodorant. In Charlotte's Harmony hairspray, there's at least 20. Now, hairspray. Between you, you use 36 cans of hairspray in a year. If you spray hairspray onto a piece of plastic here, once it's dried, it actually peels off as a plastic. Look at this. Look, that is what is on your hair. You're spraying plastic onto your hair. Some hairsprays contain phthalates, which is a plasticizer, which is like this. So you're covering your hair in plastic. Yeah. These phthalates are chemicals used to make plastics bendy and our cosmetics super smooth. They're in everything from nail polish to moisturiser. But with 3 banned from babies' toys and 2 from cosmetics, some scientists are worried about the phthalates that are still being used. There's hundreds of other chemicals in the girls' lotions and potions, and then there's these girls and their lip glosses. Your lip glosses and lipsticks. Do you know that the average woman buys 5 lipsticks a year? In their lifetime, they will eat the equivalent quantity to 1.5 packets of lard. Oh. Now, Charlotte, you buy 24 lip glosses a year, so in a lifetime you will eat the equivalent of 4 packets of lard.
In terms of lipstick, so that's our lipstick there.
Yeah. And Emma, you buy 52 lip glosses a year, so in your lifetime you will eat this amount of lip gloss. Ooh. The equivalent of 8 blocks of lard of lipstick.
Oh, that is gross.
So completely gross, isn't it? So gross and a hell of a lot of chemicals. Though lots of the chemicals the girls come into contact with are by smothering them on their bodies, there are others they're breathing in. Take Emma and her cleaning. Her favourite cleaner lists 6 chemicals, including formaldehyde. That's thought to be carcinogenic and in the wrong concentrations can cause lung allergies. But there is an upside.
It's got a nice smell to it.
On her daily cycle commute to work, Emma breathes in over 500 chemicals. Most of these are from poisonous exhaust fumes when she's cycling through traffic. It's impossible to know exactly how many man-made chemicals the girls come into contact with every day, but we've calculated it could be as many as 2,500 each. Shocking figures. A lot of the chemicals that Charlotte and Emma come into contact with are in their beauty regime, but most of us don't even think to look at what our products contain.
I do assume that everything that is in a product has been tested and therefore it wouldn't be harmful to my body, yeah.
I pretty much trust the companies. I mean, they should be on the market if it's going to hurt your body, you know?
Just think that anything you buy is safe, it's been tested, and it's not going to give you cancer or something like that.
So what else do we take for granted? Well, to find out and to make us more switched-on shoppers, I took 3 of the best-selling beauty products onto the streets. First, Simple Moisturising Shampoo. It says it's 100% perfume and colour-free.
I think the word simple on a bottle would mean that it contains pretty sort of non-chemical based sort of things.
Simple, as it says, simple. It's meant to be free of additives.
When you see the name Simple, it just have this kind of a lovey-dovey picture in your head. That very, no chemicals, no colour, just pure.
In fact, the word simple has no legal definition, so it can mean whatever you want it to, which in this case means 23 man-made chemicals. One of those chemicals is sodium lauryl sulfate, and one of its jobs is to strip oil. In heavier concentrations, this same chemical is used to degrease your car engine. It's also in Boots' Natural Collection Revitalising Shower Gel with Juicy Watermelon.
Natural tends to evoke that it's made from pure products and that it's a completely chemical-free product.
This product says to me it's natural, so again, it's not going to have anything in there that's going to harm me, anything in there that I'm probably not going to know about. And obviously watermelon, so it's going to definitely have that scent to it.
Well, there is watermelon essence, but that's about as far as natural goes. There are 20 other ingredients listed, most of which are man-made. Next up, it's Aveda Rosemary Mint Body Lotion.
Knowing Aveda products, I know that they're high quality and they're very organic and they're all about their natural ingredients.
Aveda sells itself as the art and science of pure flower and plant essence.
I would definitely say Aveda just by the products, the kind of look of the products that they produce. It looks so natural and so not messed with, really pure ingredients and things like that, definitely.
Like other Aveda products, this body lotion does contain plant extracts, but it also contains at least 21 man-made chemicals, including 4 different types of the preservative paraben.
I would be very surprised to know that that can contain man-made chemicals. Yes, I would.
Some scientists are concerned about parabens. They believe they could mess with our hormones and are worried by a study which found them in breast cancer tissue. So why does Aveda use them? Their statement said, parabens have been globally recognised as safe for use in foods and cosmetics. However, Aveda prefer pure flower and plant essences, so have been researching plant-based alternatives, and where possible have been removing parabens from its formulas.
Something that says natural on the front, when I'm looking at the back and I'm looking at the ingredients, actually kind of contradicts, I think, what it says when it says natural. So I'm sure that it's not as natural as they're trying to make you believe.
So before you smother yourself in anything tonight, my suggestion would be to check the ingredients first. Something my beauty-obsessed sisters would do well to remember, judging by their test results on their blood and their wee.
We looked for things that are present in cosmetic products, for example. We looked for preservatives, and there were 2 preservatives in particular, one family called parabens.
These parabens are used in many of Emma and Charlotte's products, including their makeup and their shampoo.
They've been used in foods for a long time. They've been used in drugs and cosmetics for a long time. So I think if you use a lot of cosmetics, then that's going to show up.
So what level of parabens showed up in Charlotte and Emma and my urine?
Well, you've obviously not been using any particular deodorants because there wasn't anything there. Well, you weren't using products that had the parabens in because we didn't find any. In
found
yours.
no
None at all, no.
Parabens.
But in Charlotte's, we found a value of 650 micrograms per litre.
Why is Charlotte so high? What could it be?
Well, it just reflects the type of products that you're using.
So what else did you test for?
Well, we also tested for another preservative called triclosan.
This chemical is used as an antibacterial agent in loads of products, including soaps, toothpastes and mouthwashes.
The values we found, well, I presume you brush your teeth, but you don't use a product that has triclosan in, because that's the answer, really. There was nothing in you. Charlotte had a value of sort of 470 on this particular register, and Emma's was much lower at about 90 micrograms per litre in Emma's.
Marks and Spencer's and the Co-op have stopped using triclosan in their own products because of health concerns. The manufacturers who still use it say it's one of the most tested chemicals, completely safe and prevents gum disease.
So what else did you test for in the blood?
Well, we tested for DDT. Now, DDT is a pesticide that was banned. It affects hormone balance in high concentration.
So they were banned quite a long time ago, though?
Yes, the majority of them in the
long ago?
1970s they were banned.
But if they were born in 1979 and 1982...
Why is the stuff still around? The reason that you got some in your system is you will have eaten some food that's probably come from abroad, that's contaminated with the DDT, and that's why you've got it in you. And it tends to stay around a very long time once it's inside you.
Although DDT is banned in Britain, it's so effective at killing malaria-carrying mosquitoes that it's still used in some countries that we import from, including Ethiopia and India. Right, it's time to detox. Although the levels of chemicals aren't considered to be dangerous to the girls, I want to try and reduce them. So out go their favourite products and in come my alternatives. Right, these deodorants. Now, these have man-made perfumes in, some of which are hormone disruptors. Not great. Okay. Makeup, best to let the skin breathe. It blocks your pores and means that you get spots, which means you need to wear more makeup. The girls are going to spend the next 8 days living my chemical light lifestyle. I've swapped Charlotte's Harmony hairspray with at least 20 man-made chemicals for an organic alternative containing none. Emma's beloved deodorant contains at least 46 different ingredients. I don't know exactly how many chemicals because one of the ingredients, parfum, could contain up to 200 different chemicals. Its replacement has one. Charlotte's old hand wipes containing 12 man-made chemicals are replaced with an alcohol-free alternative containing 3. Even Emma's cleaning can continue chemical-free. Out goes her Asda own brand and in comes her new cleaner without formaldehyde. In fact, it's got no man-made chemicals at all. Even the makeup's going. Blusher-loving Charlotte will be using a range claiming to be free from harsh chemicals and dyes. But all of that looks easy compared to the new toothpaste. No fluoride, no mint, no triclosan, just sea salt and burnt aubergine.
This seems really weird. It's like I'm putting dirt into my mouth. That's disgusting.
This is the mascara that I was given. To be honest, I'm not getting on with the mascara at all. It doesn't seem to hold onto my lashes.
So I'm going to use my makeup now. I am finding it a little bit tricky. It gets like over your fingers. And again, I can't put too much on because I look like Krusty the Clown.
The hairspray I've been given is really not good at all. As I like a bit of hairspray, I use it quite a bit. This doesn't hold it whatsoever. I really don't know what it's for.
Just like really spraying water and there's no smell attached to it.
They don't appear too convinced at the minute. Let's just hope there's no smell on Emma at the end of the day.
I'm just actually walking to work. I've just left home.
2 weeks this will probably last me, I'd say, because I'm going to start applying more.
And I'm just really interested to know how the deodorant's going to hold up.
I'm not too sure on it, that's for sure. I'm not too keen.
A few hours later, things aren't entirely rosy in the garden.
The lip gloss is already worn out already. So within 5 minutes I've had to reapply the lip gloss.
The deodorant seems to be okay. I'm not smelling too bad.
And there's some serious struggles ahead. Both girls can't go a month without a visit to the local hair salon for colour, but most bleaches contain chemicals which can irritate the eyes, skin and throat. So just for them, I found 3 home colouring products to test.
I'm definitely not going to be using these hair dyes.
Actually, I'm going to do it to you in your sleep.
They may contain fewer chemicals, but will they do the job? To find out, I've brought in a man who should know. Meet Errol Douglas. He's cut the hair of Uma Thurman, Iman and Diana Ross. His top technicians are going to be road testing these reduced chemical home hair colours. And if they can't make them work, then who can? And Errol's decision will be final. So 3 models, 3 home hair dyes. Lagona Flame Red. It claims no synthetic colours, fragrances or preservatives. They say it reflects light, making their hair shinier and smoother. And that's exactly what I'm hoping for.
My first impressions is it looks a bit like mud. I usually do get my hair coloured and usually it smells, you can smell the chemicals and everything quite strong. So it is completely different.
Next, Henna Plus, containing organic sunflower seed extract to protect. And henna used as a natural hair dye since 400 BC.
It smells a lot nicer than what I use. It's a lot not so heavy.
It doesn't really look like something you use at home. It looks like something more like you use in a salon. I can see it lifting already.
Lastly, Tints of Nature. It says no parabens, no harsh chemicals like ammonia, and it's made from only certified organic ingredients.
It smells like licorice to me, and it seems to be getting stronger. I think it looks alright. Can't wait to see how it actually looks when it's finished.
And with what can only be described as the potential nightmare of 3 women unhappy about their hair, neither can I. First up, Tints of Nature.
Looking at Casey's hair, and I know we were supposed to go for a mid-blonde. It's taken a tiny bit. Obviously, it's lifted the roots a tiny bit, but it hasn't been consistent. It hasn't come all the way through. Overall, it's not brilliant.
Not a great start. Now it's a Lagona Flame Red.
The actual depth of the colour is not what it seems. I'm just kind of putting my hands through the hair, and I think a lot of it's coming out on my fingers as well. But overall, if this was reapplied in 2 stages, I could be saying something completely different.
And lastly, the Henna Plus.
This should be a luxury dark brown, and it's patchy brown, and it's inconsistent. But the one good positive thing about this product, I think, just by putting my hands through it, the shine is amazing.
And Errol's choice, the Henna Plus for its amazing shine. Later on, the girls will be doing some testing of their own as they put their products through a hard night of partying.
Yeah, you do smell. Yeah.
I'll be finding out if our breast milk is as pure as we think.
I really wasn't expecting to find 55 different toxins in my breast milk.
And I set out to shock.